the opportunity in AI and Gen AI has always existed. I think DeepSeek is part of the evolution. We know that some of these lighter models were going to come, which I think is a good thing because it allows to be able to deploy them at the edge, which means you can deploy some of these models on a mobile phone, on a personal computer, or on a car, which is at the end of the day what we consider as well electric vehicle is an edge device. So this is the importance of this light model, and DeepSeek definitely goes in that direction. The second thing, it's an open source model, which means for us, it's more open in terms of technology, notably around the waist, and be able to fine-tune the model in a more efficient way. So it's just going to accelerate, in a number of cases, the development of Gen AI, which is positive in terms of client investment and client return on investment and appetite for further technology.
Does that mean there is an impact on either CapEx or OpEx when it comes to the build-out and use of AI for you?
Over time, yes. I mean, if you're able to deploy some of this lighter model, it will have less. It will, result in probably less power, consumption, because of course, if you deploy some of this model on your mobile phone versus on a central computer, the power consumption will be less. So it's a positive impact as well from a sustainability perspective, the use of some of these lighter models. By the way, I mean, we talk about DeepSeek, but Mistral AI, which is also a very good French competitor for DeepSeek, has deployed last week already a model called Le Chat, the cat, on mobile phones. So these models exist. It's not only DeepSeek who does that, but I think the training of the model of DeepSeek is also what impacted somewhat the market by saying it can be trained with much less cost.
I'm very interested in just pursuing a previous question where we talked about the US and the ramifications of tariffs as well. Where else can you chase markets then? For a lot of European companies, it's been an absolute bonanza during the Biden years as well. Various Biden initiatives have meant that actually a capital allocation stateside has been the very sensible strategy as well. What's the strategy now about capital allocation if Europe is going to suffer, but at the same time potentially see a German government and a European Commission which is going to try and galvanise growth here as well? Is there a better opportunity here, or actually are you looking for other markets, maybe Asia, maybe the Middle East?
So first, we do believe still that a positive perspective on Europe on the fact that we'll end up having evolution of regulation, more integration in Europe, and renewed appetite and for people to invest in Europe. But outside of Europe, yes, Middle East is a high growth area for us. US continues to be will be our largest market, and that's where overall I think in 2025 we still expect to see better perspective. And Asia Pacific is also overall a growth engine for us. So I mean, this is what we have. But today we are still 60% European, so we continue to invest in Europe and want to make sure that European companies become more competitive and invest more in technology.